Good morning, everyone. Okay, today we're going to derive an equation of trajectory, right? Yesterday we have. Can you see the screen, everyone? Okay. Yeah, I think instead of sharing this window, I might have shared the whole screen. No, that was Mars. Actually, it was Mars. You didn't get the points yesterday. All right. Yeah, actually, I made them quite late after 5 o'clock, but I'm giving you time right now. Why don't you click screenshot of it and then you can note it down in your notebook? All right. Okay, scrolling down now. Just a minute. Okay. So I hope everyone is done. All right. So we have actually covered a lot as far as projectile motion is concerned. We still have a few more things to go. Right. So let's start. New. Okay. So now what we are going to talk about today is about, if you remember what I did show you yesterday in Algodo, it was that for two different angles we are getting the same range, right? For two different angles we are getting the same range, and we were getting the maximum range for 45 degrees, right? So there are two statements that we are going to prove. First, for complementary angles of projection, for complementary angles of projection, the range of projectile thrown with equal speed is equal. Okay. So what is this sentence saying? It's saying that if you take two projectiles, right, which are thrown at complementary angles. For example, if one is 30-degree, the other is 60-degree, right? For example, okay, and the range is equal, right? If they are thrown with equal speed, that is, suppose you throw the first one, let's say this first one with a speed of 10 meter per second, and you also throw the second one with a speed 10 meter per second, right? But at different angles, one at 30-degree, the other at 60-degree, then the range will be equal. That is what we have to prove, right? Okay, right? So let's prove it. It's actually very simple. Okay. થોડુંક એવું math છે, તરત જ answer આવી જશે, right? So what's the formula of range first of all? Come on people. What's the formula of range? What is the formula of range? See, this sentence is about angles. So say the one which has angles in it, all right, which has the angle theta 0. અરે ગોઈકી નથી કહેશું. People, you should remember it. Actually, it will help you increase your speed, right? v0x v0y થી નહીં થાય, કારણ કે એમાં એંગલ નથી આવતો, right? બાકી it is right, but it won't help here. That's it. Okay. So if I would be at your place, I would go with 2v0 square sine theta 0 cos theta 0 by g. Okay. So this is the range for first one, right? So let's say for first projectile, the angle theta 0 is actually theta 0, right? For first projectile, the angle of throwing or angle of projection is theta 0. Then for second projectile, the angle of projection will be 90 minus theta 0, 90-degree minus theta 0, right? I'm sure all of you understand this. Complementary, see. So this is R1. Now R2, the range for the second one, right? The range for the second one. So it is going to be 2v0 square sine 90-degree minus theta 0, because here you see the angle of projection is not theta 0. It is actually 90 minus theta 0. Cos 90-degree minus theta 0 divided by g, right? I don't think anyone has any question with that, because this one is not thrown at theta 0 angle, this is thrown at 90-degree minus theta 0 angle. So now your basic 10 standard trigonometry formula, sine 90 minus theta is, everyone, sine 90 minus theta is, chalo chalo jaldi, cos શું પ્રિયાંશ? cos, cos theta. Very good. So here sine 90 minus theta 0 will become cos theta 0, and similarly cos 90 degree minus theta 0 will become sine theta 0, right? Okay, so finally if we put these values here, what do we get? R2 is equal to 2v0 square. Instead of sine 90 minus theta 0, we can write cos theta 0, and instead of cos 90 minus theta 0, we can write sine theta 0 divided by g. Look at this, look at this. Okay, I'm sure all of you can see they are equal, so hence proved R1 is equal to R2. Therefore, if angles are complementary, for complementary angles, range is equal. પણ ક્યારે સ્પીડ સેમ હોવી જોઈએ. અહીંયા પછી v0 હોય ને અહીંયા કંઈક બીજું હોય તો ન થાય, right? I hope all of you understand that this is only possible if the speeds are equal, right? If speeds are not equal, the range will not be same. Clear? So this first sentence and its proof, I hope it is absolutely clear, right? So this is what we were seeing in the animation yesterday, right? Okay. In fact, this is one of the examples from the book, if I'm not wrong. Okay, this is one of the examples from the book, right? But now we don't need it. It's okay. Book માં છે ને આવી રીતે કરેલું છે એટલું કહી દઉં. In book they have taken that one angle is 45 degree plus theta, and the other angle they have taken as 45 degree minus theta. I hope all of you can see that these angles are complementary. Book માં આવી રીતે છે. In the textbook there is an example like this. I don't remember which number now. Okay, I just remember that there was something like this, right? So in the textbook, in the example, they have taken such angles, and I hope all of you see that these angles are complementary, right? Why complementary? Add them, so you get 90, correct? Okay, what do you want to see? I see this is better. Which one is better? The one I took like this, or the textbook one? I mean, there's not much difference really. The way we write these angles, that's it. બાકી કઈ ફરક તો છે જ નહીં. મેથ્સ તો બધું એનું જ છે. Okay, anyways, so that's the first sentence proven. હવે આ યાદ રાખવાનો કામ આવે. Okay, everyone please remember the sentence that if the angles are complementary and the initial speeds are equal, then the range will also be equal. Okay, now we go to second sentence that we want to discuss today. The second sentence is for a fixed initial speed. Okay, see, this initial speed is also called speed of projection. Project means to throw. So the speed with which it was thrown, okay, speed of throwing, right? That's called speed of projection. I was throwing લખવાનું નહીં, આ તો હું તમને સમજાવું. For a fixed initial speed, the range of projectile is maximum for angle of projection 45 degrees. You might be finding this sentence very complicated, possible, but language છે એને મેથ્સના ફોર્મમાં કન્વર્ટ કરે તો એકદમ સિમ્પલ ઇક્વેશન બની જાય. This whole thing is saying that if theta 0 is 45 degree, then if theta 0 is 45 degree, then the range is maximum. Okay, clear? This whole sentence is saying that if theta 0 is 45 degree, then the range is maximum, right? આટલું જ છે આખા સેન્ટેન્સમાં. So let's see how that works. Okay, let's see how that works. So to prove this very easily, we are going to use the other way of writing the range, the one of angle only, right? Because again, this is about angle. So we will have to use the one with angle, but we will use this formula this time. Okay. I hope everyone remembers this as well. Again, this is because 2 sine theta 0 cos theta 0 is sine 2 theta 0, right? Okay, so now if we will use this formula, now I just want all of you to just leave this one aside for a moment. Let's go to something basic. Do you know all values of sine, right, that you have been taught in 10th standard, right? Do you know the values of sine that you have been taught in 10th standard, right? Okay, so like let's say for 0, for 30, for 45, for 60, for 90, right? Okay, out of all these, for which angle, for which angle is it maximum? For which angle is it maximum and how much? Okay, and how much is that value? Maximum value is what? For which angle is it maximum and how much is it? Yes, the correct answer is sine 90 degrees, right? And oh, sorry, the correct answer is sine 90 degrees is maximum and its value is equal to 1, right? Very good. હવે આ આવડતું હોય તો આમાં કંઈ કરવાનું જ નથી, તમને આવડી જ ગયું છે. આ તો હું તમને કહીશ એટલે તમને તરત ખબર પડી જશે, right? It's that simple. So now you are saying that for getting maximum value, we have to put this angle as 90 degree, correct? We have to put this angle as 90 degrees. So we can just apply that here. Here the sine is applied to this angle, right? So we can just write it plainly. For maximum value of r, for maximum value of r, the angle 2 theta 0 must be equal to 90 degrees. See, we are clearly comparing it with this, right? We are clearly comparing it with this. Clear? Understood, everyone? Is this step understood? Yes or no? Okay, so to get maximum value of sine, the angle should be 90 degree, this angle, what you are writing here. So compare that with this. So here 90 and here it is 2 theta. So 2 theta is equal to 90 to get maximum value. So that's it. If you do that, you're going to get, therefore, next step, theta 0 equal to 45 degree. Proven. Done. Okay, so if you throw something, at 45 degree, then it's going to have the maximum range. Okay, right? But let's also answer one more question. How much is that maximum range? Okay, આટલું તો prove થઈ ગયું that for theta equal to 45, for theta equal to 45, range is maximum. We have proven that. Okay, for theta equal to 45, the range is maximum. But the question is, how much is that maximum range? How much is that maximum range? Okay, for Okay, so that is R max. That is R max, right? Yes. So R max is equal to find maximum range, all we have to do is we have to put theta 0 as 45 degree. એટલે પૂરું થઈ, right? So this is clearly equal to, if we just go back and use this formula, અહીંયા sin 90 લખવાનું એટલે 1 મૂકવાનું. I'm sure all of you realize. We'll just put 1 over there, right? If we put 1, right? If we just put 1 over there, so we will get R max equal to V0 square into 1 by G. I'm sure you understood that because sine 90 is 1, right? Because sine 90 degrees is 1. So I've just put 1 over there instead of sine 90 degrees, and we have got R max. So R max formula is V0 square by G. Now let's make sense out of all this. Okay, આટલું બધું calculation તો કરી નાખ્યું, but what have we derived? Okay, what have we derived? So let's talk about a slightly practical case. Okay, of course ignoring air resistance and wind, ignoring air resistance and wind and all that. Okay, right? So what have we derived? We have derived that, let's say that this is U, suppose. Okay, let's say this is U, and here you have put a small football or some kind of ball, right? Okay, and by kicking it, right, you want to kick it. By kicking it, suppose you can make it go with a speed of 5 meter per second. Let's say by kicking it, you can give it an initial speed, right? How much initial speed? 5 meter per second at any angle. Okay, at any angle, right? So what you could do is you could try it at different angles. Suppose one time you try it at 0 degree. Suppose one time you try it at 0 degree. 0 degree એટલે કે મારી આમ મારી તો ઉપર જ નહીં જાય ને. It will remain on the ground only. It will move like this. So in that case the range is 0. કેમ? યા પડી ગયો. That's what you could say. Okay. Now let's say you do it at 30 degree. Let's say you do it at 30 degree, right? So you kick it in such a nice way that it goes at an angle 30 degree from the ground, right? I hope that makes sense. So this is the range. So if you try to find that range, then we are getting that by the formula of range, maximum range, by the formula of range, you get 2v0 square sine theta 0 cos theta 0 by g. So let's put 30 degree here. So 2 into v0 square is 25 by 25 because v0 is 5, right? Sine 30 is 1 by 2, cos 30 is root 3 by 2 divided by, let's take g to be 10. Okay, easy calculations. આજે કઈ કટ થાય છે એ કટ કરી નાખો. So you will get 5 root 3 by 4 meter. Okay, so that is how much? If you have calculator, હું જ કરી નાખું, કોમ્પ્યુટરમાં હોય જ calculator. It is 2.16, right? This is 2.16 nearly. So it means that here this ball is going to fall 2.16 meter away. તમે kick મારશો, then it will fall 2.16 meter away. But now instead of this, if you try various angles like 30 to try કરી નાખ્યું, 15 degree, 40 degree, 60 degree, 75 degree, right? 90 degree. 90 degree માં શું થાય? What will happen at 90 degree? Suppose you could do it, right? Let's say you could kick a football at 90 degree. What would happen? Can you tell me, everyone? Suppose you could kick a football at 90 degree. What would happen? Yes, it will go vertically at 90 degree. You are kicking this ball like this. It will go vertically and fall back at the same place. So I hope you realize that even at 90 degree, the range is 0. But out of all these angles that you are going to try, Suppose you try 45 degree, then its range will be highest. That is what we have understood so far, right? That is what we have calculated. Okay, where's the page? Yeah, here, sorry. So we have calculated that at 45 degree it's going to be maximum. 180 degree no થાય. 180 degree તો ઊંધી બાજુ throw કરો, it doesn't matter, right? At 45 degree you're going to get the maximum range. And how much will be that maximum range? That maximum range will be V0 square. So 5 square 25, again 5 square 25 by 10. G is 10. So the farthest that you can send this ball is 2.5 meter, right? So you can throw it, sorry, you can kick it at any angle. You can kick it at any angle, but at 2.5 meter, even if you kick it at 45 degree, at 2.5 meter, it will fall on the ground. Bounce to થઈ જ જશે here, right? It will bounce definitely within a range of 2.5 meter, right? So, such kind of thing is extremely practical in artillery weapons. Think about it. Think about artillery weapons. You know what is artillery, right? Cannons and big guns and all that. Okay. So like let's say this is flat ground. Okay. And here is an artillery weapon. Okay, let's say this artillery weapon can fire, let's say this artillery weapon can fire its cannonball or the whatever, you know, ammo there is with an initial speed of suppose 200 meter per second. Okay, 200 meter per second. Artillery એટલે તોપ. Okay, in simple Gujarati language, artillery એટલે તોપ. Okay, જે એવા વેપન્સ હોય ને વોર માટે, right? So suppose there is an artillery gun like this which is firing with a speed of 200 meter per second, then how much is its maximum range? Can you please calculate it, everyone? Can you please calculate its maximum range? કારણ કે એંગલ તો ચેન્જ થઈ શકે, આ ગન હોય એડજસ્ટેબલ હોય, એવું ન હોય કે ફિક્સ એંગલ હોય. It can be fired like this also, or it can be fired like this also if required. Okay, so what I'm saying is suppose it can fire with a speed of 200 meter per second. What is its maximum range? Take G is equal to 10. Take G is equal to 10. 40 meter no આવે. Calculation કરો બરાબર. 40 meter is so less, એટલું તો હું હાથેથી ફેંકી શકું. તો પછી આટલી મોંઘી આર્ટિલરી વેપનનું શું મતલબ? યુનિટ તો લખો 4000 વોટ. -4000 દીક્ષિતા સર ઊંધી બાજુ છે. Okay, so R max is equal to V0 square. So 200 square by 10. Okay, taking G is equal to nearly 10. Okay, easy calculation. Okay, so what do we get? 40000 by 10. Yes, so 4000 meter or 4 kilometer, right? So this artillery weapon can fire 4 kilometer away, right? Understood? Meter per second no આવે જયકિત. This is range, this is the distance, right? See, this is actually nothing. Let's try reverse. Okay, ચલો એક historical fact વાળો question. During Second World War, during Second World War, Germans developed a gun called rail gun. Okay, that was its name. and they used it. મેપ તમે કોઈ દિવસ જોયા હોય તો યુરોપના આવો કંઈક મેપ છે, અહીંયા ફ્રાન્સ છે અને અહીંયા ઇંગ્લેન્ડ છે, and this is nearly about 40 kilometers or so, right? During Second World War, Germans had captured France. Okay, they had captured France. એટલે એ લોકોએ આ રેલ ગન છે ને અહીંયા રાખી. ઓકે, and they used to fire it on England. વચ્ચે દરિયો છે, કઈ વાંધો નહીં, એ બાજુ જવાની જરૂર જ નથી. They used to fire it on England. Okay, like this. So can you find the speed with which the gun fires? Can you find the speed with which rail gun fires? Ekdam practical question. Okay, wartime situation. What is this distance again? It is at least 40 kilometer. Can you find the speed with which this rail gun used to fire? Karo karo jaldi. Take G's 10. Okay, no problem. This is going to be approximate answer. Yes, Ayushi, you have heard it right. ઓલો માર્સ નો જે ફોટો છે ને મેં જ પાડ્યો. Answer cannot be meters, people. This is speed. Speed no answer koi દિવસ meter માં આવે. What is the unit of speed? Divya, don't you think that is very less? 20 kilometer per hour? એંગલ ની જરૂર નથી, પ્રિયાંશ. I want answer in meter per second. Kilometer per hour is not suitable in such situations. Yes, Vedant. So let's see. If they want to fire it from here, obviously they will try to fire farthest, right? So here we are talking about theta 0 equal to 45 and maximum range. So maximum range is roughly 40 kilometer, correct? Maximum range is 40 kilometers. So V0 square by 10, G is 10, is 40 kilometer. So 3 0 મૂકવાના ને પાછળ. I hope that is clear. I think most people have got wrong answer. Okay, is this clear? 40,000 meter converted kilometer to meter, use SI units. So V0 square is equal to 4,000,000. So that is, okay, this is what you get. Now you have to take square root. Okay, 200 નો આવે યાર, કેમ મેથ્સ માં કેમ આવું ગડબડ કરો છો? What is square root of 40? Is it 20? આવું કરો છો તમે લોકો. Square root of 40 is 20. કેમ આવી મિસ્ટેક ચાલે યાર? 10th પાસ થઈને આવ્યા ને આવું કરો. પ્લસ ઓર માઇનસ ની વાત નથી હવે રિયા. રૂટ ઓફ 40 is 20 એવું થાય કોઈ દિવસ? So V0 is square root of 4,000,000. I think you should know. See, if you are doing it in calculator, very good, it's not a problem. If you are not doing it in calculator, this is how you do it. You should have the power of 10 as even. આવડવું જોઈએ, calculator બધી વખતે કામ નહીં આવે. See, this is written as 40 into 10 raised to 4. Is this clear? હવે chat box બંધ કર દો. અહીંયા જો. Is this clear? Okay, so now you can write square root of 10 raised to 4 is 10 raised to 2. Remember, આવું શીખવાડ્યું હતું. Square root મેથ શીખવાડ્યું હતું, બીજા કોઈ નહીં. સ્ક્વેર રૂટ મીન્સ હાફ પાવર, યાદ છે ને બધાને? ઓકે, so 10 raised to 2 and a square root of 40, you can actually find square root of 40 as 2 root 10, correct? So this is 2 root 10, and how much is root 10? It's about 3.2 something, isn't it? Because 32 square, because 32 square is 1024, right? So this is nearly 3.2, right? So the final answer without calculator is going to be approximately 2 into 3.2 into 100. So that is nearly 640 meter per second. All right, nearly 640. મારી નો નાખતા, કેલ્ક્યુલેટર વગર કર્યું છે અહીંયા તમારી સામે, right? I know this is not going to be exact 640. In calculator you are getting 632. So don't you think I've done a good job without calculator? હા, એ તો error of 8, I agree. I can actually improve it further. પછી તમને ન ખબર પડે, બીજું કઈ નથી. I can actually write root 10 as 3 into 1 plus 1 by 9. એટલે કેટલું થાય? 3 into 1 plus 1 by 9 એટલે 0.11. ચલો આ એક સ્ટેપ વધુ કરું, બોલો લે. 3.11. Calculator gives 3.16 and now I'm getting 3.11. Okay, બોલો આનો કોઈ? Okay, so this is going to be 6 2, આ કેટલું આવે? 622 થાય. તોય થોડીક તો એરર આવે છે. Yeah, I agree. This is called Newton's formula. અહીંયા જે મેં કર્યું છે ને, this is called Newton's formula. Anyways, exam, see, in JW or NEET, you are not going to get calculator, right? No problem, Falak. It is okay. I always knew that we will definitely get an error. Okay, calculator વગર એમને એક્ઝેક્ટ કરવું હોય તો થાય, પણ તમારી સામે એટલું બધું કરવાની કઈ જરૂર નહીં, right? Okay, so you can leave it in root if you want. In JW NEET, anyways, you are not getting calculator, right? So you have to guess. You have to make such small calculations where there will be some error. No problem. Options જોઈને ખબર પડી જાય, right? Anyways, this is your answer. તો કેટલી સ્પીડ હશે વિચારો તો ખરા. એક, when it is launched, it moves 630 meters nearly in 1 second, right? It will move 630 meter in 1 second. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to give you a textbook question for homework. Okay, I'm going to give you a textbook question for homework. Let me just find it. Give me one moment. Okay, see, we have completed example 4.7 from the book. It was, I mean, it is located on page 78 in my book. Okay, એ જે ઓલો ranges are equal વાળો question હતો ને, એ કરી નાખ્યો આપણે. Okay, example 4.7 has been done. Now example 4.8 is homework. All right, example 4. ના કરાવવો પડશે. Sorry, we are going to do 4.8. We are going to do 4.8, right? Okay, example 4.9 is homework. Everyone, let me write it. Example 4.9 is homework. Okay, we are going to do 4.8. Just a moment, let me find other such similar questions. Okay, there are I think a few in exercise also. So you could practice it. તમને આવડી જાય બરાબર પછી. Okay. In the exercise there isn't anything very specific like that, very simple. Okay, so let's go to example 4.8. Everyone start reading the question. I will copy it. Yes, Dikshita, want to say something? Okay, so this we are going to do, but you see this question, why am I choosing it? Why am I not asking you to do it for homework? Because it's slightly different compared to what we have been doing so far. If you realize, all the diagrams that I've drawn so far, think about it carefully, were like this. Correct? That is, someone is standing on the ground and throwing something from the ground, and then it falls on the ground again, right? Vedant, you will get the answer to your question in chapter gravitation. Okay, but here in this question, it is given that hiker means some person, right? Some person is standing on a cliff. Cliff એટલે શું છે? Cliff is what you see in TV serials and movies, જ્યાંથી ગાડી પડી જાય ને હીરો મરી જાય. Okay, that's called a cliff. Okay, so cliff is what you see typically in hill stations, right? So this is our hero, right? Standing near the edge of cliff, maybe singing romantic songs over there, right? But now getting bored. So what does that hero do? Is now going to throw a stone horizontally with an initial speed of 15 meter per second. Okay, right, like this. Okay, so I'm sure you realize that this stone will go straight through like this in a straight line, isn't it? A stone આમ જ જશે ને આમ સીધો સીધો. Clear? Is this clear, everyone? This person is throwing the stone like this, so this stone will just keep on going like this straight. ફેંકો તો ઈ બાજુ જ ને. બીજા બધા જાગે છે કે નહીં? After some time it will fall down. Yes, so I see all of you are well aware. આવી રીતે નો જાય stone, right? I was of course joking. મને એમ કે આ સાઉથ ઇન્ડિયન મૂવી છે. It will fall like this, right? It will never go straight. It will always curve like this. It will make a parabola shape, right? Okay, it will make a parabola shape. Okay, so now, so the question is, let's make it a little bit light-hearted. So neglecting air resistance means ignore air resistance. Find the time taken by the stone to reach the ground. Okay, find the time taken by stone to reach the ground. Half projectile છે બરાબર, પણ એવી રીતે નહીં જોવાનું એને. So here is ground. What's this height? 4, કેટલું છે? 490 meter. Okay, and the speed with which it hits the ground. Okay, let's find the time. Now see, you might be inclined to call it time of flight. તમને એવું થશે આપણે આને time of flight કહી દે, right? But although this is time of flight, but you will not get the answer by this formula. Let me tell you that you will not get the answer by this formula, because when we derived this formula, we were considering a case where it is thrown from ground to ground and it was falling on the ground, correct? It was thrown from the ground and it was falling to the ground. This is not the same here, right? I hope all of you realize that it is not the same. So that's why we have to rely on basics, and we have to either use equations of kinematics. We either have to use equations of kinematics, or we have to use those four relations, those four relations that we have learned. Okay, which four? Vx, Vy. I will derive in a formula for projectile motion. Okay, I hope all of you remember. Yes, that was him. Okay, so if you want, I mean, we have to use these formulas that were derived, right? Vx is equal to v0 cos theta 0, vy equal to v0 sin theta 0 minus gt. I hope all of you remember that. And there were two more, one for delta x, one for delta y. Okay. Okay, so we can do it like that. Okay, let's start. So let's start. So we want to know in how much time it falls from A to B. Okay, so let's do it. Or see, if you don't want to remember anything, you can do everything by equations of kinematics, right? For A to B. Okay, for A to B, we want to find how much time, right? See, out of all the quantities here, there are so many quantities to know. There are so many quantities to know, like v0x, v0y, delta x, delta y, okay, ax and ay. Out of all this, we want to find time. And do you realize we know what is delta y? We know what is delta y, correct? But we don't know what is delta x. Do you agree with me? We know what is delta y, but we don't know what is delta x. Agreed? આ સમજવાનું જ મેઇન છે, બાકી કેલ્ક્યુલેશન તો easy, right? To know what, see, it's like we have lots of weapons and we should know which weapon or which tool should we use, right? Okay, so as usual we have to say there is origin somewhere, right? So આને origin કહી દો O. Okay, and downward negative, upward positive. Clear? Downwards negative, upwards positive. So let's start. This is the equation. This is the equation. Yeah, that is him again. Okay. He just wants to see everything. Okay, so delta y is v0 sin theta 0 t minus half gt square. That's what we are taking, right? Again, this is just like second equation, isn't it? So minus 490. Clear? Everyone, is this clear? Is this clear, everyone? Okay, now next step. Initial speed is given. Initial speed is given. It is 15, right? Okay. Yes, because the displacement is in negative direction. Yes. Okay, downwards, and displacement is downwards, right? It falls from up to down, right? Okay, now the next one. The next one, sine theta 0. Theta 0 means the angle of throwing, right? Theta 0 means the angle of throwing. At what angle was it thrown? Can you tell me the value of theta 0, everyone? At what angle it was thrown? Read this sentence. It is given in this sentence. It is given in this sentence. Very good, Divya. Everyone, take part. Come on. This is the crucial part of this question. At what angle was it thrown? I'm only getting 10 or so answers, people. I'd like all of you to take part. There are so many of you. There are 50, 60 more students, right? 50 to 60 more students. Yes, Ayush, you are right. Horizontal is given. So use that horizontal. Come on, people, don't be afraid. Right, wrong, no problem. Nobody is going to see your answer except me, right? Except me, nobody is going to see your answer, right? And I must know, correct? Otherwise, how will I teach you? Okay. So, people, all of you made a lot of attempts. Very good for your attempts. Okay. And many people have given these different kinds of answers. Some have said 30, some have said 0, some have said 45, some have said 90, right? I got one or two answers like 180 degrees also, right? Okay, right? So, so let's see what it is. Now, it is given in the question that it was thrown horizontal. Now, if you throw something horizontal, it means your initially you are throwing it in this direction, correct? Right? You are throwing it in this direction, horizontal. Clear? So this is the horizontal velocity initially. So do you realize that this velocity is actually making 0 degree? Remember, the angle is always measured like, see, when we were deriving things, do you realize we were measuring it like this? So we are measuring it with this. So the angle is going to be 0 degrees. Is that clear? You can take origin up over there also, I mean, no problem, right? Okay. Is it clear, everyone, that the angle should be 0 degrees is the correct answer? Is it clear? Okay. If anyone has a doubt, you please contact me personally on WhatsApp. Okay, send me a message. I'll try to explain it again. Right? This is important to understand. Right? અને ઘણા દર વર્ષે અમુક લોકોને હોય છે કન્ફ્યુઝન. સો ઇટ્સ નોટ લાઈક વેરી રેર. ઓકે, એટલે શરમમાં ન રહેતા કે આવું થોડું પૂછાય, બધાને આવડી ગયું મને ન આવડ્યું, એવું એવું કંઈ ન હોય, પૂછી લેવાનું. ઓકે, સો 15 sin 0 t we have to find, right? We have to find minus 1 by 2. G is 9.8. It is given in question. T square. Okay, now right, we have to solve this equation, right? Let's do it. Minus 490 is equal to sine 0 is come on, people, sine 0 everyone, sine 0 આવડે છે ને? હા, આવડે છે બરાબર. Sine 0 is 0. 0 into anything is 0, so we don't care about that, right? 2 is divided, sorry, 2 is dividing 9.8, so we get 4.9. So now this you can divide and you get t square equal to 100, right? You get t square equal to 100. So t is equal to 10. Yes, Priyansh, that is right. Minus 10 is also possible, but I'm sure all of you understand why it is funny and not possible, right? This is clearly not possible. ફેંકા પહેલા જ નીચે આવી ગયો. વાહ રે વાહ. ઓકે, સો this is the answer to this part. There is something more also, right? આ ક્વેશ્ચન એકચ્યુઅલી એટલો મોટો નથી, એટલો જ છે. આ તો ખાલી પહેલી વાર તમે કરો છો એટલે તમને થોડું સમજાવવામાં વાર લાગે, right? So this is t equal to 10 seconds, right? That's one answer. Now we have to find something else also, right? We have to find something else. What's that? And the speed with which it hits the ground. Okay, speed with which it hits the ground. Now, what is speed? Come on, people. I'm going to ask you this again and again. What is speed? What is speed? Yes, very good. It is magnitude of velocity. It is magnitude of velocity, right? So hopefully it has clicked in your mind that if I want to find speed, which is v, which is magnitude of velocity, then I should be finding it like this. તમને એમ થાય સર તમને આવું યાદ કેવી રીતે આવે, અમને ન આવ્યું. બટ સી I'm being very clear how I understood that we have to do it like this. It is that in projectile motion we have already derived formulas for this, right? So I thought, okay, I have a way to get vx and vy. So if I find vx and vy, I can find magnitude of velocity, means I can find speed. You understood what I'm saying? I'm thinking that okay, I know how to find Vx, Vy. So if I find that, I can find magnitude of velocity, and magnitude of velocity is speed. So આમાં કેટલી બધી skills જોઈએ. Think about it, right? It's a complicated process, right? You have to know how to find Vx, Vy. You should know that there is a relation of magnitude like this. આ formula લખાવી હતી ત્યારે at that time I said it is very important. It is very important, right? Okay, it was as I was saying it so many times, it was as stupid as Arnab Goswami on his show. Yes, Vedant, you are right. That's why that is whenever you come across a new question, whenever you come across a new question, it's going to be like that. Okay. It's going to be like that. I'm not an Arnab fan. Please don't take it like that. Okay. I'm I was just joking over there. Anyways, so this is what we are going to do, right? This is what we are going to do. All right. So we will find Vx and Vy, right? You know how to find Vx? See, now we also know the time. When it hits the ball, the stone is going to be here at B, right? We want to find what's the speed at B, right? So we can find Vx, we can find Vy. Let's do it. Come on. So find Vx. Hurry up. Come on. I'm asking you to do it yourselves. Find Vx, everybody. You know the formula. You know the equations. જો no આવડે તો first equation થી તો થઈ જાય. First equation of kinematics, right? For x-axis. Okay, or you can use the projectile formula that we have derived, right? Both give you same answer. I want Vx. Come on, people. પછી જ ક્લાસ પૂરો થશે હો. ગમે એટલું મોડું થતું હોય. આજે વહેલા જવા નહીં મળે કોઈને. હું જોઉં છું કોણ વયું જાય છે. કારણ કે અહીંયા તો દેખાય જ, if you leave it shows that this person has left. વેરી ગુડ નંદિની, વેરી ગુડ દિયા. બીજા લોકો ક્યાં છે? જલ્દી આવો, ચલો ચલો ફટાફટ. Sejal, it's wrong answer. Try again. Yes, Ami, correct answer. Yes, Ria. Yes, Jay, well done. Correct answers, both of you. No, Kinnari, that's not right. Dharmi, well done. It's correct. અરે રાજ પહેલા Vx તો ફાઇન્ડ કર. ક્રિમા કાવ્યા, not right. રોહન, not right. અરે Vx ફાઇન્ડ કરવાનું છે. તમે લોકો શું ફાઇન્ડ કરવા માંડ્યા? I just want to know Vx. Yes, they were. People people calm down, take a deep breath, listen to this carefully. Pela first equation of kinematics થી કરાવો. આવડે છે ને એટલું તો. v0x means initial x component of velocity. એ તો યાદ છે ને કે v0 cos theta. આ ચાર તો આવડવા જ જોઈએ, નીતર તો પ્રોજેક્ટાઇલ મોશન નું કંઈ જ નહીં આવડે. આવડે છે ને બધાને આ ચારે? Okay, so v0 is 15 cos 0, right? Because theta 0 is 0, we just derived that, or we understood that. Plus ax is 0, થઈ ગયું 15. Clear? Okay, અને આમ કરો તો એવું જ લખાયું હતું 15. Clear? So vx is 15. So those who gave answer 15, well done, your answer is right. Okay, now vy. So either you do it by first equation like this, or you do it by the formula that we have already derived for projectile by putting all that. Okay, na jai, zero no આવે. Yes Nandini, correct. Yes Ria, well done. ચલો ચલો, બીજા લોકો ક્યાં છે? જલ્દી કરો યાર, કેમ આટલી વાર લાગે છે? આ તો એક સમ નો એક પાર્ટ નો એક સ્ટેપ છે, એમાં એટલી વાર લાગે? Ria, it's going to be negative. All right. Yes Ankita, correct. Priyansh, it is correct. Well done both of you. Yes Vishwa. Kavya, it's going to be negative. No Raj, calculation mistake. Yes Divya, correct. No Ria Singh. Dhruvi, it's right. Ayushi, it is wrong. I don't know what you have done. Ayushi. Dharmi, it is right. Dev. Krima, Kavya, it's not correct once again. Okay, let me write it. Okay. See, it is going to be v0y. v0y તો શું આવે? v0 sin theta 0, correct? And ay is minus g because we are taking downwards negative. Okay, we are taking downwards negative. તો આ થઈ ગયું ને, આ જ ફોર્મ્યુલા છે. So v0 is 15 sin 0 minus g is 9.8 into t is 10. Yes, that's right Nandini, that is how it works. So 15 sin 0 is 0 minus 9.8 into 10 is 98. So this is minus 98. Clear? Meter per second. Right? અરે મને ખબર છે તમે લોકો અહીંયા છે ને 15 મૂકતા હતા. 15 કેમ મૂકતા હતા? Some people have done it like this. People see this is a maths blunder. Sin 0 ની વેલ્યુ તો મૂકો. sin 0 ની વેલ્યુ ન મૂકી ને એટલે આવું આવ્યું. બરાબર ને? એટલે થોડું ધ્યાન રાખવાનું. Okay, right. Now so this is vx, this is vy. અરે સાહિલ શું કરે તું? Now we are going to find speed. ચલો, speed is v equal to under root 15 square plus minus 98 square. Yeah, no problem. So 15 square plus minus 98 square. Okay. Yes Nandini, so far that's it. So now we have to take square root after adding them. 15 square 225 and 98 no square 9604. Okay, so now we are going to add them. કેટલું થાય under root 9829. Yeah, okay, do it, come on. આ નો આવડે જાતે. એ રીતે ન કરે, it's going to give huge error. So 99.14. Okay, that's what you are getting, everyone. 99.14. કેવું કહેવાય? This was thrown by a person, right? In JEE NEET you can leave it like that in square root, okay, but in board exam you get a calculator, right? In board exam you can use a calculator, so you should do it. Okay, so finally the answer is this. It was thrown with a speed 15 meter per second, but gravity increased its speed to 99.14 meter per second. કેવો વાગે ધડ દઈને. Okay, so that's it for this question. Okay, when you get your physics homework, you are going to get a lot of questions like this, so please be ready, people. ભાવિક સર મને અત્યારે પૂછે છે, સર ફિઝિક્સમાં કઈ હોમવર્ક આપવાનું છે? અરે ભાવિક સર તમને જ યાદ કર્યા હતા, હમણાં આપું જ છું. ના શું પાડી દો, હમણાં આવે જ છે. આ એક તો આજ સેટરડે છે, કાલે તમારે સન્ડે છે, કઈ કરવાનું છે નહીં, કામ ધંધો તો છે નહીં તમારે કઈ. સો યુલ ગેટ લોટ ઓફ હોમવર્ક. ઓકે, okay, so goodbye everyone. Right, get ready for homework. Bumper Diwali bonanza homework. Okay, અરે હોમવર્ક નહીં કરો ને તો ખબર જ નહીં પડે કે ફિઝિક્સ આવડે છે કે નહીં. થિયરી તો બધું હા 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 કરો છો. શેનો આન્સર આપું સાહિલ? શું પૂછ્યું તું તે? If we increase distance downwards, yes, correct, Sahid. If instead of 490 suppose it was 980, તો હજી સ્પીડ વધી જાત. Okay, goodbye everyone.